Fall season as Big Time Sports has traveled to Yorksville for an East Central Ohio League battle between the New Philadelphia Quakers and the Claymont Mustangs. I'm Scott Robinson along with Chuck Rest. And Chuck, this game, both teams a little bit undermanned because of some school-related activities and punishments, but should be a good ball game anyway.
Oh, I think so. You know, opener in the ECOL for both schools. Claymont, always tough, hard-nosed kids. Coach Henry's always got them ready to play, especially defensively. I think Coach Dennison's going to look at some things, want to, get the run and the pass down consistently tonight. So I look for a pretty good football game tonight.
We'll come back on the McInturf Realty pregame show in just a moment. We'll talk to both coaches. And welcome back to the McInturf Realty pregame show with Claymont coach Ed Henry. Ed, a little bit difficult this week. You had to find some position players and still trying to revamp some positions.
Yeah, we did. We got a new quarterback tonight. It'll be Robbie Wester, number 88, who is a wideout. I've moved him into quarterback. He's going to be okay playing that position. But another kid is number 4, Tyler Skipper. He was our backup third-team quarterback. He's a sophomore, and I didn't want to put him in a pressure situation against New Philly, so I had Robbie, who will be a junior, to start, and if I have to, I will go to Tyler Skipper, and Tyler understands, and he's a good kid.
What about some of the keys to the game tonight against New Philadelphia?
Well, I think one thing is we're going to have to try to move the football. We're going to have to try to figure out, okay, can we move the ball, keep the ball away from them for a little bit. They're a big play football team. They've got the threat to go deep and so forth. And if they do that to us, we can't let down. We got to continue to do our game and go from there and try to get back for next week.
What about a little synopsis of where you started this summer to where you are now? Tell us a little bit of how you progressed.
I think we're progressing real well. Our 7th grade's got 34 kids. Our 8th grade's got 35 kids. Our freshmen's down a little bit, but I've got 23 to 26 juniors right now. So next year we're going to have 20-some seniors, and we're getting there. And I think if everything goes all right, no matter what happens this year, we're getting ready to turn the corner and get back to where Claymont was a number of years ago.
Well, good luck tonight, and we'll talk with you again this season.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Claymont coach Ed Henry. We'll have more of the McInturf Realty pregame show in just a moment. Stay with us right here on Big Time Sports. And welcome back to the McInturf Realty pregame show with New Philadelphia head coach Matt Dennison. Matt, East Central Ohio League schedule begins tonight. Claymont Mustangs, always a tough test for the Quakers.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry game. Anytime you got teams from Tuscarawas County playing, it's going to be heated and it's going to be a fun night.
What about the Quakers? You got off to kind of a bad start. You've won a couple in a row now, getting a little confidence.
Yeah, we stepped up the last 2 weeks and really played, and last week we really gelled as a team, and I'm looking for us to do good things again tonight and throughout the season. We just got to keep the focus and the intensity we had last week, and the Christmas is starting to get there.
What about a couple of the keys besides the focus and intensity for tonight's game?
Well, we've got to stop their run. We know they're not going to trick us. They're going to run the ball right at us. So we got to play good defense, stop the run, have some short series. We can't let them have a long drive the way they want to run the ball. And then we've got to be crisp on offense, and we've got to make plays.
I asked Ed Henry the same question. I'll ask you, from where you started this summer to where you are now, tell us a little bit about your progression as you move through these last few weeks.
I think our progression's been excellent. Our kids, we have a veteran team, but still, you've got to get better. And the progress some of our kids have shown, and our young kids have really stepped up, and that's been a real treat the last couple of weeks to see some of the young kids really step up and fill some major roles. And you can see that by the way we're playing defense, especially now.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Scott.
Head coach Matt Dennison of the New Philadelphia Quakers. That's been the McInturf Realty pregame. Let's take a look at Chuck's keys for tonight's ball game.
Well, Scott, starting out with New Philly, I think offensively, Coach Dennison wants to mix the run and the pass, show a little more balance than he's had the last couple games. Defensively, his line and linebackers really have to step up and play like they're capable of playing. For Claymont, with the problems they've had here this week, I think Coach Henry's looking to control the clock offensively, line up, run the football. And defensively, they got to keep New Philly from big plays and try to hang around and stay in the football game.
The New Philadelphia Quakers will kick it away to the Mustangs. It'll be Robert Weston back along with Kyle Gallagher as we get ready to go here. Andrew Sofer to kick it away for the Quakers of Matt Dennison. Check it, it's Caleb Salush that'll be kicking it away.
Pretty nice when New Philadelphia's got a couple different kickers that they can use. Salush is their long field goal kicker and their kickoff man, where Sofer does the extra points.
Well, see, his dad offered us pizza, so we want to at least get his name on
there. That's right. You got to get him in there some way.
Yeah,
but we might get him in there 2 or 3 times. Quaker score tonight.
That was just a transposition from 4 to 23. That's all. So Salush ready to kick it away. The clock not set to 12 minutes yet, so they will let it wind all the way down. We are ready to go. Both teams with some school-related issues that have affected the lineups, and we'll let it go with that. Salush sends it to Western. He's going to go to the far side of the field, and this is up. Not a good place to go, and he is going to be buried under by the Quakers. And it's going to be some poor field position to start for the Mustangs at about the 13, maybe 14-yard line. As you take a look at the starting lineups, Robert Weston in at quarterback, Garrett Keisher and Kenny Weber at the wideout spots, along with Kyle Gallagher. The fullback will be Jared Kenziorski. Josh Brindley will be out possibly tonight. Game time decision here. We'll see if he's out there, and you see the rest of the line there on first down and 10. A handoff, and not much there, as Kenziorski with the first carry of the game. And you can take a look at the Quaker defense. A linebacker, Dematio. Witter at tackle, along with friend David Schlarb, the nose guard. The other defensive end, Dean Vonderheide. The linebackers, Phillips and Thompson, Vinny Granado, Kevin Wright, Zach Porman, and Brian McKnight in the backfield. On second down, Kenziorski again, the handoff. And really with a different quarterback this week for the Mustangs, they're somewhat limited offensively as to what maybe they can get done.
Yeah, I think, second team quarterback broke his hand in the summer practice and stuff, so they don't have in, so they had to move Western in. And again, that limits your passing game when you have to bring a wide receiver or a running back into play. So I think, Coach Henry's just going to have to feel things out here in this first series and see what he can come up with and where he can have strength running the football tonight.
Zach Garbrandt in the backfield along Kenziorski. Western rolls and hits Garrett Keisher. And it is going to be good enough for the first down, so the chains will move for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Western rolled out really well that time and just threw a little out pattern, enough for a first down. You see he just steps right up in there. Nice catch. Kept his feet in bounds and gets the Mustangs a first down.
First down and 10 at the 27-yard line out of the I formation. The Mustangs again. Kenziorski hits the hole hard. Out across the 30. So a short gain of maybe a yard, second down and 9.
Again, I think, Coach Henry, and we probably won't say it enough tonight, Scott, but he has to control the football game because he knows the explosiveness that the Quakers have offensively, and I think that's the way he looks at being able to be in the football game.
Josh Brindley wide to the left, so he is going to play despite a sprained ankle. Western rolling to his right. He's going to throw one down the middle, and nearly caught by Brindley down at the 40-yard line of the Quakers. So it'll be third down and 9.
Western just steps back, looks to his right a little bit, steps up in the pocket, throws it downfield. Brindley just looks like you can see he has that bad ankle that he has. Just let him by a step too much for the incomplete pass.
So on third down and 9, the Mustangs have already passed, I think, a little bit more than what we anticipated.
yeah, they threw the ball 2 times. I think that was what we figured they might throw for the whole evening.
Western again rolling to his right. It's got a man open. Brindley has it. And it's a first down as the Mustangs out to the 45-yard line before the Quakers able to bring him down.
Well, so far you can see right now a little roll again, a little slant pattern by Brindley, gets in between the defenders, picks up a nice first down for him. And, he is a weapon for the Mustangs if he can just stay healthy in tonight's game.
Zach Porman on the tackle for the Quakers, and it's first down and 10. Garbrandt and Kenziorski behind Western. And the reverse. Keisher, penalty flags down. That one's going to come back.
Yeah, I believe we got a hold right there on the offensive tackle for the Mustangs.
So the play will move the Mustangs back. They've taken out the whole bag of tricks here so far. They're trying a lot of different things here early.
Yeah, I was really surprised here how Coach Henry has opened it up a little bit, because we really thought, with the problems and the kids that he has out tonight, that he was going to be playing pretty close to the vest. But so far, he's thrown the ball effectively and tried a little bit of a reverse right there.
So Claymont will start here at the 37-yard line after the penalty, so it'll be first down and 19. So Western under center, and you can see that he's got his ankle taped as well, so he's not 100%. He's going to take it himself off the right side, and he will hit the hole hard, get some positive yardage out to the 42, 43-yard line, and got 6 or 7 back that time.
This little quarterback sweep right there by Western, you can see that he does have a little bit of speed. If he can get on the corner, he can get those shoulder pads straight up and down the field. He can pick up some yardage.
Gain of 7, second down and 12 at the 43-yard line. Clock rolling with 8:55 to go. The Mustangs with a new scoreboard this year that certainly enables us to take advantage of our technology with big-time sports and prestige creative marketing. Western rolling to his right, under pressure, has some running room if he gets to the outside, and Tyler Dumermuth will bring him down back near the original line of scrimmage. Gain of a couple, it'll be third down and 11.
Looked like he was rolling out the pass, and it was all covered up on the zone defense of the Quakers, so he just tucked it and ran back on the reverse the other way, and Tyler Dumermuth, with the speed that he has, just made a nice play on Western. Or if he'd have turned the corner, he had some green to run with.
So out of the eye on the near side. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and the Mustangs facing third down and 11. Western rolling to his right. Has a man out there, and the pass is caught, but it's going to be well short of the first down.
Looks like we had an interception right there, Scott.
Okay, well, we'll go for that. Hard to tell on the far side.
Yeah, I can't really see. I think McKnight might have come up and made the interception for him.
So we apologize for that. It's a little hard to see that far across the field. And it will be first down and 10 for the Quakers.
Well, I think Coach Henry's got to be satisfied right there. He took about 4 minutes off the clock. I'm sure he would rather been in a punting situation and made a little longer field for the Quakers to move here offensively. But I think for the first part of the game, Claymont had to be pretty satisfied with that offensive series.
Jordan Miller, the veteran quarterback, steps under center. In the backfield, Kevin Wright. Miller's going to go long. The first play out to McKnight, and it's deflected. A nice move there by Kyle Gallagher to flick it away as New Philly went for it all in the first play.
Well, that's patented Coach Dennison right there on the turnover. He likes to go big the first play and see what he can come out with. They just nice defensive play by the Mustangs.
As you can see in the backfield, Phillips and Dumermuth there. The Granato, Vinny Granato, the flanker. McKnight, the split end. Barrow, the tight end. Vonderheide and Ballantyne, the tackles. Rose and Thompson, the guards. Ethan Zuckel, the center here on second down and 10. The handoff straight ahead and nowhere to go for Tyler Dumermuth. As you see the defenders that stopped the play that time.
Nice job by the interior of the Claymont defensive line right there. They just stuffed Dumermuth right at the line of scrimmage.
Kenny Weber and Jordan Powell, the defensive ends. Cole Liggett and Josh Jackson, the tackles. Ty Holland, the nose guard. The linebackers, Ken Ziorsky and Garbrandt. And the deep backs, Gallagher, Brindley, Western, and Sanner. There you get a good look at it. A little longer look at it that time. On third down and 12. And looks like maybe a little motion.
Yeah, we probably had two guys in motion right there for the Quakers.
So legal procedure, 5-yard penalty. Third down and 17, so the Quakers' drive has stalled a bit here.
I think that's something that Coach Dennison is not going to be happy with because like I said in the pregame, he wants to get out there and be able to mix a run in the pass tonight. And so far, it's just these little mistakes, I think, that is driving him crazy.
Poorman comes wide to the right. Dumermuth up top to the left. In motion is McKnight. Miller rolling to his right. In trouble, being chased by Garbrandt. Pass intercepted by the Mustangs as it's Robert Weston with the pick, and the Mustangs get the football back.
Nice defensive series there by Claymont. Western made a nice interception right there on the sidelines. Miller was trying to throw a little bit over his head to McKnight, and Western just jumped right up there and corralled that one down.
So the Mustangs will have it, first down and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Kenziorski, the tailback. Garbrandt, the fullback. Kenziorski has some running room out to the 45, midfield, and into Quaker territory with a first down carry that will give the Mustangs some momentum.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Let's take another look on the Weaver Barnes Rewind.
Just a little lead right up in there. Kozorski just takes it up, finds a hold. No Quaker defenders in the area, so he picks up a nice gain.
Mustang offensive line doing the job as they open a big hole for Kenziorski. He'll get the carry again, this time over the left side, and he'll get 3 or 4 before David Schlarb makes the stop for New Philly.
Schlarb hung on to him right there. If he had a step right there, there was a lot of green grass ahead of him.
It'll be second down and 7 for the Mustangs here as we're halfway through the first quarter. No score on the Dover Philly Federal Credit Union scoreboard. As Western under center, Brinley wide to the left side. In motion is Weber, or actually it's Keeger. As Kenziorski with a carry. Nice little misdirection play. And it's third down. Gain of 4, third down and 3. As the Mustangs with the football on the Quaker 41-yard line. Mustangs doing a nice job mixing it up here on their second drive. Western couldn't hang on to it, takes it forward, and he is going to be close to the first down. And I'm not sure that his knee didn't touch before.
Well, that's what I was looking at, and I think the Quaker coaching staff is trying to get in the ear of the official right there because it looked like he did when he, and we'll watch it here on the replay, a little fumble, his knee was down, he got right back up and took it up for 5 yards, so kind of a break right there for the Mustangs.
They get the first down. And the Mustangs, the question there had to be possession of the football when he was down. Busted play there, Western with nowhere to go, and he is taken down. Matt Thompson with the stop.
Yeah, not sure right there whether Western had the wrong play called and had the fake to the fullback, and his tailback wasn't anywhere to be found, so he had to take that one himself, and the Quaker defense was all over that one.
His proud grandpa's Irv Miller had to stop me the other day to tell me all about Matt's ability. Second down and 13. Western's going to go to the outside. And Brinley did not catch it. It was trapped.
Couldn't quite plant on his foot and come back to the football on that one, or could have had another completion.
So it'll be third down and 14. So 4:08 clock stop, no score between New Philly and Claymont. As you get a good look at Matt Dennison on the sideline, he cannot be happy how this first quarter is gone. Western rolling to his left, has a man open, and it's incomplete. And that'll be fourth down. So now a decision for the Mustangs with the football.
Well, I'd certainly think you have to punt the ball right here. You don't want to give the Quakers again another great field position. So, and you can see right now that the Mustangs are bringing their punting unit onto the field.
So it'll be Jordan Powell that will kick it away. Bryant McKnight standing back at his own 10-yard line. And the Mustangs are going to kick it away from McKnight and out of bounds. Nice job by Powell, and that's going to pin the Quakers back deep at about their maybe 12, 13-yard line from our angle is what it looks like. So about 27, 28-yard kick, but it did what the Mustangs wanted it to do to give the Quakers a long field to head the other way.
Yeah, like you said, you want to keep the ball out of McKnight's hands on special teams, and he did a great job that time. And again, pinned the Quakers back, and they're going to have to go about 85 yards here to come up with a touchdown.
First down and 10 for the Quakers at their own 12-yard line. They're out of the eye with Dumermuth the deep back. Phillips the fullback. Dumermuth wraps both hands around the football and out to the 14-yard line as the tackle made by Zach Golick.
I think this might be one of these series here that Coach Dennison comes out and pounds the football down here a little bit to get that offensive line in gear and show them that they got to be able to move the football on the ground.
Quakers averaging 24 points a game. The Mustangs giving up 22.5 defensively. Second down and 9 after the gain of 1. Miller under center. Miller looks to the outside and nobody there as that play got broken up in a hurry as Jared Kenziorski on the blitz got to Miller, maybe a touch early for the Quakers' liking.
I think that's things that Claymont's going to have to do tonight is mix up their defenses and bring some people at Jordan Miller. You can't just let him sit back there. He'll pick you apart.
Third down and 9. And right now the momentum on the side of the Mustangs. The question is how long can a lot of their players continue to go both ways without wearing down?
Yeah, we were talking before the game. Mustangs are having to play quite a few of their players both ways tonight.
Out of the shotgun, Miller under pressure. Across the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. And the Mustangs are going to get good field position this time.
Another great defensive series there by the Mustangs just to keep the Quakers from getting another first down. I think we had some pressure there that time by Zach Golick on it. And again, Zach Golick, this year, senior, has got his dad, Scott Golick, who teaches at New Philly. So I'm sure Coach Golick took a couple shots this week, being on the Mustang staff. But what a great individual.
Brian McKnight, nice punt's going to be taken by Gallagher on the run to 40 to the 35 and nailed down by the Quakers at the 34-yard line.
Nice job right there by Gallagher to being able to take that punt on the run and picked up about 10 extra yards before a Quaker defender could get him down.
So with 3:03 to go here in the first quarter, the Mustangs have it first down and 10 in Quaker territory at the 33-yard line. So Powell, the center, up to the line of scrimmage. Western under center. Garbrandt and Kenziorski in the eye. Brindley to the left. Kenziorski, the handoff. Not much there is Friend at the bottom of the pile, along with Schlarb. Gain of a couple, second down and 8. So the Mustangs have done exactly what they wanted to do. They've taken some time off the clock. The offense has been good enough to make a few first downs and make that possible.
Yeah, kept the Quakers out of the end zone offensively with any big plays. So, again, Claymont's got to be happy to where they're at here in the first quarter.
Out of the eye, Western, the handoff to Kenziorski, off tackle, dives down to the 25-yard line. So a nice gain there. Kevin Wright, the stop for New Philly. It'll be third down and short.
Mustangs pick up a first down right here. That should be able to just about run them out of the first quarter. So they ought to be looking at being pretty good at this in this game right now.
So third and short. And no question now, it's two down territory one way
Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're going to look at going on. If they don't pick up this third down, they've got to go for it on fourth down.
3rd and short. Western's going to take it straight ahead, gets a push by the offensive line, and the Mustangs get another first down.
That was a great push by the Claymont offensive line right there. They just drove New Philly right off the ball and picked up basically about 4 yards on that quarterback sneak.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. And if they can hang on to the football, they should, as you mentioned, be able to run out the clock here in the first quarter. No score. First quarter, Claymont Stadium. Between Claymont and New Philadelphia. Scott Robinson and Chuck Rest with you as the handoff to Ken Ziorski, and he gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage there by DJ Friend, and not much running room.
No, nice job right there by Friend making that tackle. He was on the ground and just got his hand out there and brought him down.
Actually loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Mustangs. Yeah, Western's done a nice job at quarterback for someone that hasn't played. He's the position a lot. He's done a pretty good job. The ball's loose, and it's still loose. And it looks like the Mustangs got it back and actually benefited from a bounce forward.
Yeah, they lost the ball about 6 yards deep right there and end up getting a nice gain out of that play. But like you said, Western's done. You can see right here that the handoff to the fullback looked like it hit him right on his knees, but the ball's still rolling around up there, and Claymont lineman heads up enough to pounce on it.
3rd down and 7. It just seems to me like they're coming up to the line of scrimmage, though, too fast to really take advantage of a lot of the clock. The handoff, Ken Ziorski straight ahead down to the 15-yard line, and that should be good enough to run the clock out, as we have no score at the end of the first quarter between Claymont and New Philadelphia. Stay with us. A good enough leg to make a field goal here if they opt to do that, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and
I think they're going to look at a situation that 3 points on the board is not something that they can probably hold on to. I think they're looking at when they're down in the red zone, they're going to have to put 7 on the board.
So Western ready to take the snap. Rolling to his right, he's got a man open. Brindley dives forward, penalty flag down, and it's going to be close to a first down here.
Well,
but it looks like
the penalty is here, because it didn't look like, unless they could have called a little pick on the inside receiver from Claymont, but Brindley makes a nice catch and comes back on it. So
I think either way it's going to be short and it's going to be Quaker ball.
Yeah, that's what they had.
Stands.
That's what they had. They had a pick play on the inside receiver from Claymont, so it looks like it's Quaker's going to be able to take over.
Yeah, if they decline the penalty, obviously they should get the football. I'm not sure what the debate is about unless they have to.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out if they want to take the football or not. I don't know why, like you said,
I don't know why they wouldn't
take it, but right. But again, another nice series by Claymont. Even though they didn't get any points on the board, they were able to keep that Quaker offense off the field.
So the penalty comes with a loss of downs. That means they would have had 5 downs that time instead of 4, right? Or does New Philly get an extra one this time?
They get an extra down.
Yeah,
they get an extra down to start out. They start with a 0 down this time.
So the chain gang's got to realize what's going on here, and we'll be in good shape and ready to go. So it looks like maybe they want a little explanation on the far side.
I think Coach Henry's out there wanting to know exactly what the explanation was, but like I said, it looked like they just had a little pick play that when the ball was in the air that basically offensive pass interference is what it ended up being.
So the Quakers will take over after the penalty is marked off. 15 yards. I'm not sure if the penalty is declined. How do they mark off the penalty? So Jordan Miller's pass incomplete, intended for McKnight.
Just
good
coverage. Just a little post pattern there by McKnight, and Jordan just didn't time it up right and threw it a little bit high, and Mustangs almost come up with another pick. Now we got holding here, though, on the Quakers, which is going to back them up another 10.
Shaky start for New Philadelphia at best here as we're early in the second quarter.
Very much so. It just doesn't seem like they're in sync running the football or throwing the football right now. And I think that's something that I'm sure that when I talked about it at the beginning of the game, I think that's Coach Dennison's shot tonight was we got to get balance in our offense.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Quakers. Actually, it'll be more than that. First and 20 or thereabouts, given the spot foul nature. Under center is Miller, Dumermuth, the deep back. And it's going to be a draw play. Nothing is there as the hole closes quickly. And the Quakers facing second down and a bunch.
Yeah, they just tried to run a little bit of sprint draw there with Dumermuth. And again, that defensive line by Claymont's just holding their ground and playing the line of scrimmage and stopping the Quakers so far in the point of the game.
Second down and 26. McKnight and Dumermuth come wide to the left side. Out of the shotgun, it'll be Miller. Let's see if they go long here. Miller gets out of trouble. Middle of the field, deflected and intercepted by the Mustangs. As Gallagher gets his second interception. And again, the Mustangs have it in Quaker territory.
Well, another big play you'll see here on replay. Jordan steps up, trying to look down the middle of the field. The Mustangs had it covered, so he's going to scramble out of here to his left. Gets his shoulders square, tries to throw to McKnight, who continued to come across the field. Again, threw it a little bit high. Mustangs are right there to make an interception, get another turnover on the Quakers.
So there's an official timeout on the field as the Quakers and Mustangs go to the side, get a quick drink of water. Gives us a chance to tell you about Benchmark Construction. Hey, everywhere you look, chances are you're seeing their work. That's because the Gundy family's in its third generation of providing the highest quality construction practices in eastern Ohio. Their staff can work with architects on new building designs or with facility and millwright work. The proof really is everywhere you look on your next project. Let Benchmark Construction prove their quality, experience, and service to you. That is Benchmark Construction. Also, coming up later, we'll be naming a Manor Restaurant MVP, and here at halftime, it'll be the Buckeye Career Center halftime report. All that coming up on Big Time Sports. So with 11:02 to go here in the first half of action, the Mustangs will have a second turnover.
With pretty good field position here to start again, Scott.
Jordan Miller had only had one interception up until this point, and he's got two here in the first half. The handoff, Ken Ziorski, not a lot of room, keeps his feet moving, and down to the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3, second down and 7. Second down and 7. Western gets the play from the side. 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It's been a half dominated by the Mustangs, and Coach Ed Henry has got to be loving this so far. Straight ahead, Garbrandt. And near a first down. Down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Just nice little fullback trap right there by the Mustangs, and as you can see, a little kick out block by the guard, and he just kept his feet running and picked up about 7 yards on that play.
So it'll be third down and 1 at the Quaker 34-yard line.
Again, you know, Scott, we're looking here. This could be 4-down territory now with the, like you said, the momentum of the Mustangs this half.
Western's going to take it straight ahead. Penalty flag down.
I think we had motion on the tailback right there, and that's going to drop the Mustangs back and have about a 3rd and 6 now.
So that will make a difference. And, this really, as the type of game this has been when you don't know the outcome, this could have some pretty serious implications in the ECOL. If Claymont can hang on, maybe pull this game out or get a tie or whatever,
there's
get
no
a tie,
question.
but
there's no question about it because you're looking at probably Dover and New Philly as the top two teams in the league, with Claymont probably looking at it coming into the season as being down in the, maybe the final 2-3 teams in the league, and they come out with an upset tonight. It's going to really create some interesting matchups throughout the year.
Western under center, out of the I formation. Ken Ziorski, both hands on the football, has the first down and more inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line.
Before tonight, Scott, I believe Ken Ziorski was actually the fullback for the Mustangs, and he's doing a great job stepping back and running into the tailback, used his block right there, cut it back across the field a little bit, picked up a big first down for the Mustangs.
Through the first 3 games, he had picked up 85 yards.
And that's probably, most of those are probably from a fullback trap part, so, he's really stepping up tonight.
So the Mustangs up to the line of scrimmage, first down and 10 at the Quaker 24-yard line. And Ken Ziorski over the left side gets another nice gain before Tyler Dumermuth and Matt Thompson bring him down.
It just keeps going. They keep knocking on the door. Scott, it might be a matter of time here before they put that ball in the end zone. And Coach Henry must be seeing something up there on the Quaker defense that he's able to attack, and it seems like most of it's between the tackles.
Second down and 4. There you get a good look at Coach Henry. He's been a fixture here at Claymont. Again, straight ahead this time. The fullback, as Zach Garbrandt again pounds into the line, and he'll be close to another first down.
Again, just, with the Mustangs mixing it up a little bit with their running game, just keeps the Quakers off balance a little bit by running the fullback, and then comes back and puts the ball in the tailback's hands and just lets him try to make some things happen for him.
Third down and 1 at the Quaker 15-yard line. And this half has been dominated by the Mustangs. Out of the eye again. Western takes the snap. Ken Ziorski straight ahead. Has the first down and more. Just outside the
flag on
line.
The play. So we'll see what this gets on us. Could be another hold by the Mustangs.
And that may, in fact, back them up a bit. That's going to be the case. And that'll make it third down and 11, which now changes the play call.
Yes, it does. Now they're starting to shoot themselves in the foot a little bit where they are moving the football. And you don't need those 10-yard penalties down here when you end up third and 11.
So the Mustangs,
I guess it'll end up here being third and 9.
Yeah, because of a spot foul.
But again, they're looking at 4 down territory here, so they may not have to just pick it all up on this play. I think you want to look for Brenly possibly if they're going to throw the ball here.
Out of the eye. Gallagher in motion. The quick pitch to Ken Ziorski. They try and seal the side. Give him a little room, and not a lot there, so it's fourth down.
He might got maybe a yard on that one at the most on that toss sweep that he ran. So now it really puts him in a situation of being 4th and 9.
Well, they're going for it. There's no question.
Oh, yes, they got to go for it.
They're going to bring the play in from the side. And the Quakers will face a 4th down and 9 from the Mustangs. Let's see what Claymont's got in the bag of tricks here. And timeout, Mustangs. Didn't like the play. Actually, might have been running out of time on the play.
Yeah, that could have been. I saw the back judge have his hand up. So you can see on the Quaker bench, Schlarb is now out. It looks like did something to his arm or his elbow. So it's one of the Quaker starters offensively and defensively. Looks like he may be out at least for the rest of the first half.
So on 4th down and 9, the Mustangs with one of the many big plays here of this first half of action.
Yes, it is. This is a big key for the Mustangs right here. If they could pick up a first down here, not only it's going to bring them up a little bit, but Quaker defense is going to continue to shake their head here.
When the clock's winding down and your company's printing project deadline's fast approaching, it's time to call the graphic communication specialists at Newhouse Printing so that they can score for you by handling all of your printing needs. Newhouse Printing in Dover handles everything from graphic design, large format banners, and many other things that you might need for your printing services. Let the professionals at Newhouse Printing handle all your printing needs when the game is on the line, where winning results are a tradition. On 4th down and 9, Western rolling to his left, in trouble, needs to get rid of it. He'll hang on to it, and then it'll be taken down at about the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard, but on 4th down, the ball was turned over to the Quakers. So at that point, really wouldn't have hurt just to throw the football, even if there had been a turnover. It really wouldn't have mattered all that much, given the field position.
Correct. That was and I think Coach Henry thought there was somebody open down the field. So, that really, he was talking to Western about throwing it down there where it wasn't going to make a difference, even if it was incomplete. They still had a shot at it. So, again, Quakers come out. Not had great field position here the first half with them, and they're just going to have to Jordan's going to have to step up a little bit, make some good decisions here, and take the ball down the field for them.
6:08 to go here in the first half. No score between New Philadelphia and Claymont. As Miller, the handoff, and there is nowhere to go in the backfield as it looked almost like a broken play. Kenny Weber was there, among others, and that play never really got off the ground.
No, I don't think it was so much a broken play as just
a broken offensive line.
Looked like the offensive line was just a sieve on that one. Let the Claymont defense just step right through them.
So Phillips didn't get much on his carry, and it's 2nd down and 14 after the loss of 4. Miller rolling to his left again under pressure. He's nailed back at the 11-yard line. Ty Holland among those there for the Mustangs to make the hit on Miller.
I think right now Claymont's defense is just, they're bringing 7-8 guys every time, and a couple of them are getting through the gaps and not even giving Jordan a shot to put the ball downfield. So,
well, he's a contestant in our big hitter sponsored by the J&G Grill as Ty Holland lays the wood to Jordan Miller, and it's 3rd down and 23 for the Quakers. Draw play, and that is not going to have much. And it's back to the 6-yard line, another big loss. And the Quakers went straight back on that offensive series.
Looks like the Quakers lost almost 25 yards on that offensive series. And not only that, it's putting McKnight, who's in for Dumermuth, because Dumermuth has a little bit of a bum ankle too, I think, that puts him right on the end line. He makes sure he doesn't step out of the end zone here. It's going to have to be a good snap.
Mustangs have done everything right except put the ball into the end zone. The Quakers have had a very difficult first half. McKnight barely gets it away. Gallagher's going to take it at his own 43. Everybody went after it, so there's not a lot of protection for Gallagher, but he still returns it inside the 40-yard line.
Well, another situation, again, 3:58 to go in the half, but seems like Claymont's been playing on New Philly's side of the football field most of this half. So Quakers going to have to get a big defensive stop here because the Mustangs keep knocking on the door.
Well, it's the kind of game you want to see, a competitive game. I think We haven't had that a lot so far this year, and this one certainly.
Yeah, we kind of thought maybe at the beginning of the game this night, this one might be, all the Quakers too. But I'll tell you, Claymont's really hung in there.
Kenziorski to the left. Has some running room. And to the 30-yard line, maybe the 29.
You can see Kenziorski on this play. He just was trying to take it up. Kick out by the fullback, and he just bumps it outside and picks up a tough 9 yards.
Quaker defensive backs are getting a lot of action, more than they'd like.
Yeah, that's things you don't want to see.
Mustangs with it again. The quick hitter up the middle that time. Garbrandt nowhere to go. The Quakers there. Phillips and Dumermuth.
Quakers were ready for that one there. I think they've played that one too many times the first half. I think they just stuffed the middle knowing that he was going to get the football that time.
3rd down and 1.
Again, though, you got to look at it again. 3 minutes to go in the half, 3rd and 1. Still 4 down territory now for the Mustangs.
Kenziorski and Garbrandt behind Western. A handoff to Kenziorski. He is going to have the first down. Bounces it to the outside, still on his feet. And down to the 10 and maybe inside of the 8-yard line. On the far side, it's kind of hard to tell, but definitely inside the 10-yard line.
Another great run. Kick out by the fullback. He just missed the tackle right there by the Quaker defense. He bounces out, and Kenziorski's just doing a great job on 2nd and 3rd efforts.
I must have stepped out just before we thought, so the ball is spotted at the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. Well, for the Mustangs, they couldn't have scripted a better first half.
Oh, I don't think so.
Kenziorski again, that time, not much there.
Well, so far the interior part of the Quaker defense on this series is pretty much stuffed the offensive threats by Claymont, but they're able to kick it out and get their yardage on the outside.
So 2nd down and 10, no gain on the play. Brindley and Keisher wide to the left side. The handoff straight ahead, Garbrandt, spin move. And inside the 10-yard line, Luke Rose is there. Also there is Matt Thompson, the way it looked.
Well, with the ball on about the 5-6 yard line, it's again, you're in a situation here with third and about 4. They can pick up a 1st down.
Mustangs around the left side, not much running room.
I look at Claymont possibly maybe taking a timeout here with 1:30, decide what they want to do on this 4th down play.
So it is 4th down, 1:22 to go.
This would be a real opportunity one way or the other, because Claymont doesn't score here. They're gonna shake their head and wonder, what can we do to get the football in the end zone, and the Quakers have got to turn around and say, we just dodged another bullet.
Mustangs just going to take all the time they can off the clock. They'll take a timeout with 58 seconds to go in the first half. And on 4th down and 4, the Mustangs have now got to decide, do we want to take that 3 points that we turned down earlier?
Well, I think he looked at it, and I think that's what Coach Henry was looking at, that, he was going to take that timeout. He was going to run it off the clock. But I think in his own mind he knew that with 4th and 4 he was going to go ahead. And again, they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. So that might be one he wants to tell his kids right now, that all we need is a 1st down. We don't have to have the ball in the end zone.
So big question is, try for the points, go for the 1st down.
Well, the way the defense is playing, we thought, and we talked a little bit ago about maybe 3 points not being enough with the Quaker offense, that they've been averaging, like you said, 25 points a ball game. But again, 3 points looks pretty good right now with the nothing score.
They're going to go for it, it appears. So on 4th down and 4 at the Quaker 5-yard line. So there's got to be a play they think will work here against the Quakers. Kenziorski, left side, and it's going to be close with the spot.
Again, second effort by him, and it looks like, they're waving him down, that it could be a good enough run for a first down right there.
It is going to be close, and based on the reaction on the far side, you've got to think maybe
that they got a first down out of it. Chain crew at least thinks they got a first down. And they did.
Gutsy call here pays off, and now with plenty of time, the Mustangs have a couple of timeouts, and they are inside the Quaker
again,
1 yard line.
Second effort by Kenziorski got that first down for him, and I believe they still have a timeout left, and they can take this right down to the end of the first half.
Western takes it straight ahead. And the pile still moving, and it is close, but not in.
I know the Quaker faith was right here, want a fumble on that, but the whistles were blown before the ball comes out. But the key right now is you're down to 30 seconds.
So the mystery deepens here.
Well, I don't know, Scott. I think I give the ball to the Mr. Kenziorski, who got us down here, and see what he can do here, taking the ball into the end zone.
Western, this time to Kenziorski, in for the touchdown. With 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Jared Kenziorski, a 1 yard run, puts the Mustangs on top.
And again, they do it with 11 seconds and a half. Claymont's just got to be ecstatic right now about the way that the first half has played out for them. As long as they, don't give up something big here on the kickoff, they got to be really looking good coming out here in the third quarter.
Gallagher will hold. Jordan Powell to kick the extra point. Good snap. And that kick is no good.
Had a little bit of a mishandle by the holder, and they just couldn't quite get it down in time.
That's the only negative so far for the Mustangs here in the first half, but they're on the board with 6, and they're ready to kick off. So the Quakers may only have a play or two left on after this kickoff, unless they could possibly run it back.
Yeah, I would certainly think, again, you can look already to the second half. I would certainly think that Claymont's going to put the ball on the ground and not put it in the hands of the deep backs for the Quakers. And then I think maybe, depending on what happens here, Quakers are going to get the ball to start the second half. Coach Dennison's going to have to go in, get them regrouped, get them ready to play, and come out. But again, Claymont's done a great job this first half.
So the Mustangs up 6-0 here with 11 seconds to go in the first half of action. Don't forget, here at halftime, we'll have the Buckeye Career Center halftime report. And the statistics by the one and only Jay Yonders. So Jordan Powell ready to kick it away. Right, and Dumermuth back deep. And Powell ready to kick it away. Taken by one of the up men and then dropped. And that was Kyle Witter.
Well, you got 7 seconds left. Just looking down here on the sidelines, I can see your doubles tennis buddy standing here roaming the sidelines from the old days in the high school, Mr. Ed Marsh.
He's looking good. He was the meanest tennis player, like I told you before. He was the meanest tennis player I ever saw.
You'd never think it out of that guy, would you?
Never. First down and 10 for the Quakers. And out of the shotgun, they're going to use 3 wideouts. And Miller out of the shotgun, he's going to launch it. And it's going to be over everybody. Intercepted by Brinley, and that will end the first half of action. The lightning delay. Scott Robinson and Chuck Rest with you. Let's take a look at the Buckeye Career Center halftime statistics.
Well, Scott, you can see them here all Claymont in the first half. They got to be very happy with what they did. Claymont's defense really stepped up. Quakers rushing 6 attempts for a minus 20 yards. A lot of that was sacks by the Mustangs. Defensive line and linebackers blitzing. Passing 0 for 6 for the Quakers, 0 yards, total yards minus 20. Quakers had 3 turnovers. For the Mustangs, again, on the ground was the way they went tonight so far. 32 attempts rushing, 122 yards, 2 of 6 passing for 26 yards, 148 total yards for the Mustangs with 1 turnover.
And, one of the things that has changed, too, that is the Buckeye Career Center halftime report, but one of the things that's changed here is the fact that the field conditions have changed since a heavy storm moved through between the second and third period start. That's going to change the conditions a bit.
Oh, yeah, that's going to change. Claymont's going to come out there. They're going to run the football. They're going to throw the football if they absolutely have to. But the Quakers rely on, running and throwing the ball, and we just don't know what kind of field conditions they have out there. If the receivers are going to be able to keep their footing, and Jordan Miller's going to be able to hold on to the football and throw it. So, I look for the Quakers and Coach Dennison to really come out fired up here the second half. Third quarter has been their quarter so far this season, so and they do receive the ball here at the halftime. So this first series here might be a telltale of what might go on for the rest of the football game.
So the New Philadelphia Quakers will receive here to open the second half of action. And the Mustangs had the momentum going in. You have to wonder what type of impact that's going to have on them after probably 45 minute to an hour delay because of lightning.
Exactly. I mean, lightning happened when the teams were coming back out onto the field to warm up, so they already basically had their 20 minutes in the locker room. Then they went back in for 30 more minutes. So, like you said, 45 minutes to an hour, the kids were sitting around. But again, you're affecting both teams that way. Claymont, though, played a lot of kids both ways tonight, so you never know. That could be a positive for them to get that little bit of extra rest.
Get a look at the New Philadelphia stands there as Jordan Powell ready to kick it away. Wright and Dimmermuth back deep to begin the third quarter. And that is going to be taken by one of the up men, Will McEwen, and he is going to have to fall on it at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Quakers will take it over. First down and 10.
Well, Quakers are starting out really with some of the best field positions they've had so far tonight on the 20-yard line.
So first down and 10 for New Philadelphia. Jordan Miller will come out at the quarterback spot. Phillips and Dubermuth in the backfield. Wide to the left is McKnight. Granato to the right. And Miller looks to the outside. Ball comes out of his arms. A wobbler. And we've got some official consultations going on here, and I'm not sure what transpired. They're calling it incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, a little wobbly pass right there, and that's just what I had said there a minute ago. It's going to be how he's going to be able to hold on to the football and be able to throw it down the field, because I think New Philly is going to have to come out and complete some passes here to open things up for the running game.
So on second down and 10 from their own 20-yard line, McKnight heads to the right side. The Quakers with 3 wideouts. Penalty flag is down. And that's going to back the Quakers up another 5.
Well, there was a mental mistake by one of the offensive linemen where he got set and then come back up. So, again, New Philly not gone in the right direction, Scott.
They have gone backwards. That at halftime was not a misprint. They were minus 20 as far as the yardage goes from the rushing attack. Quakers will spread out the field. Miller, 3-step drop. Completed to Dumermuth, and he'll have the first down out to the 35-yard line. And you just had a sense at halftime that the Quakers were going to come out and try and hit some big plays.
I think that's the key. You can see right here just a short post pattern by Tyler. Jordan was able to just step up, set his feet, and throw it right in there. Tyler makes a nice catch. Again, picks up about 8 or 9 more yards after the catch, and I think that's what That's what New Philadelphia's going to have to do here.
Out of the eye. Miller under center this time. And that'll be 5 against the Mustangs. Long count, I think, by the Quakers. Drew off the Mustangs. And they'll get an easy 5. So the Mustangs just have to be careful here they don't implode on themselves and just hang in there. The Quakers, they need to do everything they can do to shake up the Mustangs.
They've got to continue the defensive intensity that they had in the first half.
Miller to the outside. McKnight, missed tackle. Brindley able to knock him out of bounds. And you can suddenly sense the momentum changing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's exactly right there. Just controlled passing game. Jordan Miller just steps back, hits Brian McKnight on the out pattern. Missed tackle by a Mustang defender. Again, picks up about 12, 13 yards after the catch. And there again, just pick their way down the field and take the ball and put it in the end zone.
So the Quakers with it first down and 10 at the Mustang 40-yard line. Miller looks to the slant inside. Caught again, this time by Vinny Granato. And the Quakers have picked the Claymont defense apart. As you give somebody an hour to go into the locker room and talk about making adjustments, anybody's going to be able to make something that's going to work.
You know, the way New Philly played the first half, you know, you could go in and say, Coach Dennison, boy, he was just really going to be on him. But, you know, he's the type of person, he'll go in and say, okay, now here's what we got to do right. Here's the things we have to do, and be very positive with them. And you can see right now they've come out showing that.
They're going to go over the top. Man's out there. Touchdown, Quakers.
Well, that's how quick it happens right there. About 5 plays, they're able to come down the field, get a score. Just ran a little fade pattern with the wide receiver, and Jordan Miller just puts it right on the money to McKnight. Bryant makes a nice catch in the end zone.
And the Quakers an extra point away from wiping out an entire first half of bad play. Andrew Sofer on to try the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Quakers on top. 7-6 here with 10:39 to go in the third quarter.
Nice kick right there by Schofield, right through the uprights. Just another long line of soccer players for the Quakers to do their kicking.
So New Philly takes the lead. And now the Mustangs will have to try and regroup.
Well, that's one of those things that, you look back on and say, boy, we worked so hard the first half to get a 6-0 lead, and then New Philly comes out right on their first series in the third quarter and just takes it down the field, and like nothing was going to happen. So that's just a big positive for the Quakers, and like you said, Mustangs are going to have to be patient here, just regroup and get the ball on offense, see what they can do with it.
Next week it'll be Newcomers Town hosting Giraway. Charlie Jones and Bruce Witter with you on that one. And then Friday night the 28th, Chuck and I will return for Meadowbrook at New Philadelphia. And on Friday, October the 5th, it's Claymont at Dover. All that coming up on Big Time Sports. Salush sends it, and it will be out of bounds, so the Mustangs will get good field position if they opt to take the penalty.
Well, we've seen it so many times here that a lot of teams will make them re-kick, but it looks like the Mustangs are just going to go ahead and take the ball on the 35-yard line.
Mustangs moved around as many as 6 players this week just to try and get people in the right slots so they could be competitive here against New Philadelphia.
And again, so far, in the first half, they pretty much just dominated the first half, offensively and defensively. But, always is, like Coach Golick said, as he was coming up to see us, there's 2 halves of football.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 30-yard line. Handoff straight ahead. Kenziorski gets maybe 3, second down and 7.
Phillips, the linebacker, filled the hole right there, made a tackle after about a 3-yard gain.
Robbie Western has done a good job at quarterback for the Mustangs, and we've got a timeout by the officials, and I think a helmet problem from Zach Garbrandt. And the Mustangs up under center is Western out of the I formation. Garbrandt and Kenziorsky. Kenziorsky with the carry, and he is stood up by John Phillips and then finished off by a host of other Quakers, including Matt Thompson. It'll be 3rd down and 6. As you see, the Quakers leading the Mustangs 7-6 on the Dover Philly Federal Credit Union scoreboard. The handoff to Kenziorsky, and he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. Phillips again there for the Quakers.
Well, there you go. New Philly comes out, scores the first time they have the ball on offense, turn around, 3 and out for the Mustangs here defensively. Looks like New Philadelphia's, maybe changing things around for them.
You don't want to take away the first half that the Mustangs played, because that certainly was a worthy first half against the Quakers. Jordan Powell dropped back to punt, and we've got a penalty. And the question becomes, if it's against New Philadelphia,
yeah,
it might be.
I think they have too many players on the field, I believe. So it might be here a 1st down for Claymont.
It's one of the illegal substitution penalties, isn't it? Maybe they didn't get everybody in and out in time.
Yep. That's going to be a 1st down for Claymont, and there again, that's going to move the sticks for them, put them back on offense. So there again, see what they can do with the football here with a little bit of a break.
So 1st down and 10 on the penalty. And the Mustangs get a break at their own 46-yard line. They trail 7-6. Kenziorsky slices through, gets to the outside, has some running room. It's a foot race to the end zone. And he's going to be brought down deep in Quaker territory. Kenziorsky rips off a huge run. And he'll be marked out about the 11 or 12-yard line.
You can see that's a patented play that he had a lot of success on in the first half. Missed tackle by the Quakers defense. He was able to turn the corner. It was a foot race to the end zone there before Bryant McKnight grabs a hold of his jersey and pulls him down.
43-yard run by Kenziorsky with 8:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter. This time straight ahead, Garbrandt moves the pile inside of the 10, down to maybe the 8-yard line.
Well, you're sitting again with Claymont being able to pick up a 1st down without having to score. So, that's what they need is to control the clock here. And again, 2nd and 7, but a 1st down would be huge for them. Just take some time off the clock.
Out of the eye, Western under center. Brindley wide to the right side. Kenziorsky tripped up, penalty flag down. I'm not sure, there might either holding or a face mask. I'm not sure which.
Not sure. I might have to think it would be a hold on a Claymont football player.
And it is. So just when the Mustangs have it on a roll, they shoot themselves a little bit in the foot here.
Yes, they do, and that's something that, without much of a passing game that they didn't show much in the first half. They are picking up yardage on the ground, but you get to a point where maybe you might have to throw the football.
So it'll be 2nd and 19. Mustangs can still get a 1st down without scoring. Nice crowd has endured the lightning and rain. Western rolling to his right. Looks back to his left. Has some blockers out in front of him. The toss caught. And Brindley is going to take it down close to the 1st down marker at about the 1.5 or 2 yard line.
What a play right there by Western as he was rolling to his right, looking for Brindley to begin with. Saw that he wasn't open. Missed tackle right there. Reverses his field. Goes. He had a lot of running room right there. Throws it up in the air. Brindley jumps high for it and makes a great catch. Close to a first down for the Mustangs.
Stays on his feet. It's a touchdown.
Stays on his feet. It is a touchdown. So he's right there ready to go into the end zone. You know, Brindley's had a couple nice catches tonight and a close one on another one. And like I said, he was a game-time decision on whether he was going to even get to play tonight or not.
So it is 3rd down and 1.
Again, I'd certainly have to think that the Mustangs are in 4-down territory here. They're not going to try a field goal. They need points on the board.
Ken Ziorski's going to get the carry, cuts it to the outside. And he is going to be just short.
Going to be very close here, I think, for a first down.
The down marker went to 4th down in a hurry, so he must be just a little bit short.
Well, that's that play right there that they've kind of made a living on tonight, and Quaker defense stepped up right there and held him up. So big 4th down here for the Mustangs.
A little surprised they haven't gone to a quick count or something to try and change things up, but with a quarterback that hasn't played much, it makes it kind of difficult. Western straight ahead. And did the pile move enough is the question, and I'm not sure it moved enough.
I'm not either. This might be a spot of the official's foot right here on how this one goes.
Based on the reaction from the Mustangs, I think it's Quaker ball. So this is a measurement that really could help determine the outcome of this game.
Going to be short.
Short.
Quaker football. Oh, that was a big series right there. They needed to get that one in. So that again gives New Philly momentum, even though they've got to go about 99, 98 yards. So
Quakers have to hold on to the football. That's going to be the big key here because you don't want to have a turnover deep in your own territory. New Philly's been most effective when they've gone to that short passing game. They just move the ball right down the field.
Never know here. Coach Dennison might come out and throw a fade to McKnight and make it a 97-yarder.
So they're going to go to the I formation with Miller under center. Claymont showing they want to
that was it.
Make it tough on them. And
smart move right there by the Quakers, going a long count and had the Mustangs jump, so that puts them out of the hole right now.
An easy 5. Well, they're going to call it on the Quakers.
Well, I guess I missed that one, Scott, because it looked like that the Claymont defensive line was completely across the ball.
It really isn't that large of a penalty against the Quakers necessarily. So
no, it would have been a lot bigger penalty gone the other way.
So you've got to think that McKnight has got enough speed to make something happen. The question is, can they get him the ball? And another penalty this time. And this was turned into a flag fest.
Well, we got another motion penalty on the Quakers there. I don't know if they can go much closer to that goal line. So, this is a big play here. If they have to hand the ball off in the end zone with Claymont's defense, there's always that possibility of a safety coming up right here.
6:44 to go here in the third quarter. And what's been a lightning delayed ball game. And Dimmermuth comes wide to the left side. Will McEwen in at tailback behind Miller. And the Quakers again, it's Dimmermuth moves offside. And I think they're going to move him back even a little bit closer.
Another 6 inches, huh? So
that is 3 straight penalties against the Quakers.
Well, you had Tyler out here on this side and McKnight White on the other side, so that could be one of those situations where Jordan might just step back and just heave the ball down the field.
So the Quakers still on first down and 11. And Miller's going to come to the outside, and the pass completed. to Tyler Dimmermuth, and you just had a feeling he had one-on-one coverage, and he certainly was capable of jumping high enough to get it.
Yeah, that was one of those things. He just gone back, throw the fade to him. Defender got turned around. Tyler goes up, makes a big play, gets him out of the hole. And now the Quakers are going to look back to running their regular offense right
All is good for the Quakers. First down and 10 at the 20. Granado to the left, Dimmermuth to the right along with McKnight. This time the Quakers will come out of the shotgun. Ball's loose, and there's a scramble for it. Looks like New Philly got it back.
Yeah, I think Jordan Miller just fell right on it after he dropped it.
That's what can happen, though, when you get conditions like we've got right now.
Well, you're in a situation, too, where I think that Coach Dennison has found, his niche right now. He's just, like you said a little bit ago, need to throw the short passes and mix it up a little bit to different receivers, and I think Jordan just took his eyes off the football that time and dropped it.
Second down and 12 after the loss of 2. Miller ready to take the snap. Pressure's on, gets it across the middle to Tyler Dimmermuth. Dimmermuth's going to be taken down by Brinley. Out near the 35-yard line, another first down.
Well, just another quick slant. Jordan steps, takes a 3-step drop, just does another quick slant right to Dimmermuth. He takes it. And again, they're playing a loose zone defense, and you don't want to get him the ball in the open field because he can make some moves and get down the field pretty quick for you.
And don't forget, we'll be having a Manor Restaurant MVP coming up following our game on the Edelweiss Tavern and Inn postgame show. Miller's going to take off and not going to get very far, out to maybe the 38-yard line for a gain of 3. (7-6), New Philadelphia leading Claymont. The Mustangs scored first in the second quarter with 11 seconds to go on a 1-yard run by Jared Kenziorski. Then in the third quarter, the Quakers' first drive, Jordan Miller hit Bryant McKnight, I believe it was around 28 to 30-yard pass. Andrew Sofer added the extra point, and they lead at 7-6. Other side, McKnight that time took his eyes off of it, and it's incomplete.
I had an opportunity to make a big play on that one. Bryant just took his eyes off the ball and kind of tried to want to take a sneak peek at the safety on that one, and just dropped it because you could see right there, if Brinley wouldn't have made the play, there was green grass ahead of McKnight.
So it's third down and 7. This time Granado is to the left, McKnight and Dimmermuth wide to the right side. Phillips the setback in the backfield. Miller in trouble, gets ripped down, penalty flag goes down.
I think we got a face mask on the Claymont defensive end right there with the pressure he put on him, so that could be a big one also.
That is going to amount to a first down for the Quakers after they mark them off here. So the penalty will move the football out to the 49-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 for the Quakers.
Well, that was just an aggressive play by Claymont's defense, and they just got caught up in the face mask.
First down and 10 for New Philadelphia out of the shotgun. See if they try those little routes. This time they're going to go a handoff, penalty flag down. Dimmermuth has some running room, and that one looks like it's going to be wiped out.
I'd have to guess we probably got a hold on the Quaker offensive lineman.
So that one is going to come back. And I'm going to guess that when they look at the films from this one, they're going to be unhappy with all the penalties.
Oh, it is, and a lot of them, Scott, are just, mental penalties where you have your motion and things like that. A lot of times you're aggressively holding somebody, protecting your quarterback or whatever it may be, but they've had a lot of motion penalties. Just seem like they haven't been quite in sync, on offense tonight.
So it'll be first down and 22 for New Philadelphia. Dimmermuth comes wide to the left side. See if they try a slant or to get it to Dimmermuth here, as he's got some coverage there that was favorable, but the pass incomplete. The Mustangs sent the house. Jordan Miller hit the deck. He was lucky to get it away, and it's incomplete.
And they threw that one a little bit into the ground, and Claymont was kind of disguising their coverage a little bit as Brindley was coming from his safety spot right up on Dumermuth that time. But like you said, he had to get rid of it pretty quick.
Second down and 22 from their own 37. The Quakers, with 4:14 to go in the third quarter, lead at 7-6. Scott Robinson and Chuck West with you from Claymont Stadium in Yorksville. The Quakers stay with the 3 wideouts right down the seam. McKnight's got it. And he's in Claymont territory at the 49-yard line, make it the 48.
Well, Claymont's willing to give up a little bit, just that underneath slant. And again, McKnight caught that one that time. Brindley comes in and makes a nice hit on him and hangs on. But again, that was about a 14-yard game, which puts him in third and about 8.
A third down and 8. And Miller takes the snap, drops straight back. Have to run, and is going to be very close to the first down depending on the spot, and he'll have it by plenty. Did a nice job tiptoeing along the sidelines as we get a close look.
Getting pressure from the backside right off the get-go, so he just acted like he was going to throw it and tucked it and ran, and there's a nice tiptoe right there to get himself another 3 yards and good enough for a Quaker first down.
So New Philly will keep the football with 3:33 to go in the third quarter. Miller dropping straight back. Looked like there could have been a holding call there on the Quakers. It wasn't called, and that pass is incomplete in the end zone. Looked like one of the Quakers had a hold of one of the jerseys of the Mustangs from our vantage point, but no call.
Again, pressure put on him right at the snap of the football, and he had to kind of run to get outside away from the defensive end from the Mustangs, and he just overthrew McKnight just a little bit in the end zone.
Second down and 10 for the Quakers at the Claymont 39-yard line. And Philly comes out in a pass formation. Out to the outside is Poorman. And not much there as Sander able to wrap him up. And it'll be third down.
Well, one thing you can look at New Philly, they've used here in the second half a number of receivers that they're trying to throw the football to. So that's one thing about it. You can't key on 1 or 2 players in their passing game.
Third down and 5 for the Quakers. Big play here for the Mustang defense. Miller in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. As Zach Garbrandt makes the tackle, and it's fourth down. The Quakers going to punt the football.
Well, that was a big play by Garbrandt right here. Just had him wrapped up as soon as he got about a 3-step drop. He had Garbrandt on him, so that was a big defensive stand for the Mustangs as the Quakers were just kind of taking the ball down the field.
So the Mustangs drop back a couple. And McKnight will get it away. And the Mustangs don't have much room to run there, as it'll be out to maybe the 12, 13-yard line, somewhere in that vicinity. I'm going to say it's going to be spotted at the 15, so that's where it'll be first down and 10 for the Claymont Mustangs. That was Quentin Taylor who fielded the punt. And now let's see what the Mustangs can do. They only trail by 1 at 7-6. Penalty flag down, so this one will come back. And again, in the area where you're going to see holding.
Yeah, most likely it's going to be a hold on one of the offensive linemen from Claymont. So it just seems like that those guys are grabbing jerseys on both sides of the ball quite a bit, as that hanky's gone out quite often tonight.
So that will back up the Claymont Mustangs. And that takes him inside of the 10 back to about the 7-yard line, half the distance to the goal. And now the Mustangs. This is kind of the area when you're deep in your own territory, when you've got a quarterback that hasn't played a lot, this is where you get a little bit concerned. Western has done a great job. He's going to take it himself. Has some running room, another penalty flag down. Same thing again, as it'll be a holding penalty against the Mustangs. Well, check it. It's going to be face mask this time against New Philly.
Well, how about that one? That's going to kind of get Claymont out of the hole on that one with that face mask. Again, it may not be of the 15-yard variety, but still it's going to give him an extra down and move this change for him a little bit.
So we make the assumptions based on where the flag is thrown. Sometimes you're wrong, as I was there. So it is the face mask penalty.
Well, Western was just going to try to take the ball and run a quarterback sneak or sweep on that, and Quaker defense was going down the line pretty well, and he tried to reverse his field, and I think that's where the face mask come in.
So 1st down and 7. As the handoff to Ken Ziorski, and not much there.
Nice job right there. Josh Barbie steps up from his outside linebacker position and makes that play.
2nd down and 5. And don't forget, coming up at the end of our ball game, we'll have the J&G Big Hitter and also the Manor Restaurant MVP here on Big Time Sports. Getaway at Newcomerstown next week. As not much room to run, Zach Garbrandt. That play sniffed out by John Phillips.
Well, so far we talked a little bit about in the first half. We thought maybe Claymont would use most of the clock on each play they had, but they're just stepping up, and running a normal football game right here, and really not taking that much time off the clock on each possession.
So it's 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs. They trail 7-6. Ken Ziorski hit in the backfield, and he is going to be stopped short.
Well, I think they're going to that play and to the well one too many times here, and I really think that New Philadelphia has kind of shut that play down about the last 3 times they've run it.
So that is going to do it, I believe, here for the 3rd quarter of action. And back with 4th quarter action from Claymont Stadium in Yerricksville. East Central Ohio League football action with the New Philadelphia Quakers and the Claymont Mustangs. New Philadelphia leading the Mustangs 7-6. Mustangs facing 4th down. They'll have to kick it away, so Jordan Powell is on. Bryant McKnight should get a decent chance at a return. He called for a fair catch and cannot advance it, so he is stuck with that decision.
But still, that gives the Quakers pretty doggone good field position right here on the 45-yard line, and again, that gives them the opportunity to be able to, come out throwing the football or trying to get a running game together here.
So the Quakers, as we get a look here, you can see Bryant McKnight.
He stuck his hand up in the air, and I didn't have it quite up there. It'd almost be a legal fair catch there, but the official just let him have it and put it down on the 45.
1st down and 10. Miller to the outside. Caught by McKnight, knocked out of bounds. Nice gain of about 8. 2nd down and 2. Seems the Quakers have been most effective when they've just been able to run those short out routes or slants across the middle.
Right, just get enough to open it up there, take 7, 8 yard gains, and hopefully they'll break a tackle and put in a 16, 20 yard gain out of it.
First down and 10 for the Quakers at the Claymont 45-yard line. Miller under pressure, rolling to his right. And is it going to be inbounds or out of bounds? It was picked off, but out of bounds.
Well, it was picked off, but you can see only got 1 foot in. And but then again, Jordan's rolling to his right just because of the pressure from the Mustang backside. And Western steps up in there and tries to make the make the grab, but out of bounds.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. You can tell the momentum really hasn't been seized by the Quakers, but they've had the better effort here in the second half.
Yeah, it looks like, again, two different halves of football on the Quakers' offensive team.
Miller in trouble, held on to it too long, and he is going to be wrapped up back near midfield. And it'll be a loss for the Quakers. 5-yard loss makes it 3rd down and 15.
Well, again, you know, you could be in a situation where you could be in 4-down territory right here, even if you don't pick up the 15 yards for the first down.
Miller, 3-step drop, looks to the outside as a man there, and it's deflected, I believe, by Gallagher. Actually, it was Robbie Western out there and knocked it away from Dumermuth. Dumermuth with about a 3, 4, 5-inch height advantage.
Just a little bit underthrown there by Jordan, or I think Tyler might have been up and gone for a battle on that one.
So 4th down, the Quakers will have to kick it away. Kyle Gallagher back deep to receive the kick. McKnight kicks it, and it'll be inside the 20-yard line where the Quakers will down it, maybe near the 15. So the Mustangs will have great field position as they start this drive with 10:49 to go here in the 4th quarter.
And now we're picking up a little bit of rain outside, so again, you just never know what kind of field positions are actually out there.
Brindley will come wide to the left side, Western under center, and will stay with Garbrand and Kenziorski. Kenziorski again straight up the middle. And Ed Henry stuck with his philosophy of keeping it on the ground for the most part.
Well, the thing about it is it looks like that the Quaker defensive line and linebackers have stepped it up here a little more this half and have kind of at least sustained Kenziorski a little bit here, and he hasn't been able to get all those big runs he had in the first half.
Western under pressure, fires down the middle of the field. It's going to be intercepted and dropped by the Quakers. Looked like Zach Poorman had a play on it, and he couldn't wrap it up.
I think he was really looking for Brindley possibly to come back across the middle. As you can see, Jared running across the middle on the post pattern. I think he really was looking for him to come across the field a little bit more, and he went ahead and slowed up, so he had to throw it into double coverage.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs. One of the handful of times that they decided to throw the football. And Western's got to be commended for the job he's done at quarterback tonight.
He's done a great job tonight for the Mustangs.
And penalty flag down.
Yeah, that's going to be motion, I would certainly think, on the Mustangs offensive line.
And that will be it. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. .10:09 to go in the 4th quarter with New Philadelphia leading Claymont 7-6. And now we get a timeout, Claymont, with 10:09 to go. And don't forget, you can let mom relax this fall. You can call the Banner Restaurant for delicious carryout. A big bucket of tasty fries and chicken are great to eat anytime. And don't forget, the Manor's open daily for lunch with a variety of soups and sandwiches. The Manor Restaurant on North Worcester Avenue in Strasburg. Call them today for delicious chicken and other carry-out items at 878-9809. That's 330-878-9809. So Claymont has to burn a timeout. And the rain has started to pick up again pretty substantially here at Claymont Stadium. Let's hope that the you-know-what holds off. On 3rd down and 13. Western rolling to his left. Has a man out there. It's caught, and it's going to be good enough for the first down. McKnight on the coverage.
Just a little deep out pattern by Brindley right there. Western rolls to his left and is able to square his shoulders up and throw it out there. Brindley makes a nice catch. Runs out of bounds, but again, like you said, good enough for a first down for the Mustangs.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs. Out across the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. And the eye. Henziorski. Good yardage. And Zach Porman making the stop.
Well, again, they're back to that pattern. And Kenzie Orski dip it up inside and take it back to the outside and picks up a good 5 or 6 yards on that play.
Play comes in from the sideline. On 2nd down and 4th, the 37-yard line. Brindley will come to the left, Gallagher to the right. Out of the eye with Western under center. Handoff again, Kenziorski. Out to the 40 and a little beyond, so it'll be 3rd and short.
Again, you don't know how many more. I know there's 9 minutes to go in the game, but you don't know how many more times that Claymont will be able to get the ball on offense. As you know, they are using 3 and 4 minutes on the clock on each drive that they have before, even if they have to punt. So this could be a key drive for the Mustangs here in the 4th quarter.
And don't forget, tonight's winner of the J&G Grill gift certificate for dinner for 2 for the hit of the game goes to Ty Holland of the Claymont Mustangs for his hit on Jordan Miller of the New Philadelphia Quakers. The J&G Grill of New Philadelphia is the county's top place for food, football, and big-time sports. So congratulations to Ty Holland of the Claymont Mustangs. So with 9:21 to go here in the 4th quarter. Out of the eye, the handoff. The first down and more is Garbrandt all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Claymont runs just a little bit of a trap in there and gives Garbrandt a little bit of a hole when he cuts it outside and picks up about 8 or 9 yards. And again, that's going to be the key right here. 9 minutes to go. If they can just eat the clock up, it's going to be a big plus for them.
The Mustangs are not going to have a lot more opportunities with the football. And Kenziorski into Quaker territory at the 47-yard line.
Well, so far they're picking up 4 or 5 yards a carry, so it's to their advantage right now, and of using the clock management and getting positive yardage on every play.
DJ Friend on the tackle. And after the gain of 4, it's 2nd down and 6. Kenziorski again has some running room, gets to the outside. Still picking through his tacklers, and he's inside of the 25-yard line. At the 24.
Well, there it is, just a little bit of a lead by the fullback, and Kenziorski gets the hole and then cuts it back, missed tackle, another missed tackle by the Quakers, and again he's able to pick up about 12, 14 more yards on that. Nice big first down run.
So the Mustangs on the move at the Quaker 24-yard line. He'll get it again. And again, finds some running room down to the 19-yard line. And it's very reminiscent of last year when they had Derek Corey as the feature back. They've just inserted Jarrett in there, and he's done the job.
He's done a great job. And again, you know, he's been the fullback for the first 3 games for him, so didn't get a whole lot of carries. Probably just the fullback trap that Garbrandt's running right now. But Kenziorski has stepped up and has really done well for the opportunity that he was given tonight.
2nd down and 4 for the Mustangs in Quaker territory at the 18-yard line. Mustangs trail by 1, and that time Kenziorski's wrapped up with short, if any, gain. And it's 3rd down.
About 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 here. This will be a big key. But again, you know where you're at right now. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. You're definitely in 2-down territory. You know now, if they don't get it here, you know they're going to look back and say we've had 2 opportunities down inside this half and didn't get it come out with anything.
Kenziorski again. This time, Tyler Dumermuth meets him head on at the 15, but he spins off and is going to have the 1st down. Just outside the 10, maybe at the 12-yard line.
Well, another opportunity here for them to be able to pick up a 1st down without scoring. So, again, they could run 3-4 minutes off the clock right here and be in pretty good shape if they can put the ball in the end zone.
So it's officially spotted at the 11. The Mustangs with another opportunity.
And they've had 3 or 4 of them tonight. So, you know, again, a lot of people might not have given them a chance to be in this football game tonight, but they played a heck of a ball game.
Inside Garbrandt. Positive yardage, but the yardage gets tougher. You know, you get down to this point of the game, you might even try a field goal if you get stuck.
Sure. I mean, you're looking right now, depending on how much time's on the clock, you know, a short chip shot field goal might be able to be enough for a win tonight.
2nd down and 7. The Mustangs can get a 1st down without scoring. Kenziorski kind of turned sideways when he hit the hole there. Didn't get much, and we'll have a penalty flag as well. Seems like the Mustangs have struggled and shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, it looks like we got a face mask here on the Quakers. I thought maybe it might be a quick hold as he turned his body sideways, but it looks like somebody grabbed their face mask and nothing but, again, positive for Claymont.
So often we've had the holding penalty, and that time the face mask. And they will mark it off. And it will be 2nd down. So it should be 2nd down and 2, I believe, from the 3-yard line.
Yeah, it should be about 2nd and 2 or 2.5.
So the Mustangs in point-blank range here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, Lloyd, let's go!
So Claymont with a chance to take the lead deep in Quaker territory late in the ball game. The handoff, Kenziorski straight ahead. Might have gotten a tough yard. I'm not sure that he got the 1st down.
Yeah, you know, something that we haven't seen yet tonight is that with Western being the runner that he is, it's just a fake up in there to Kenziorski and him just keep it running around the end. So, you know, that might be able to suck him in here a little bit too. But, you know, again, we're up here and not knowing what they have in their playbook.
So on 3rd down and 2, at the 3-yard line, the Mustangs, another chance here, out of the eye. Ball's loose, and it looks like the Quakers pick it up.
Well, what a play right there by New Philly as they just shot the gaps on that one and knocked the ball out of the hands of Garbrandt, and that right there just might seal some fate for the Mustangs. Again, you know, they've been down there 3 or 4 times, only come out with 1 score tonight, and so I'm sure they're going to kick themselves tomorrow night or tomorrow if they get beat in this ball game tonight and watch those films.
Well, you know, there is always a chance of a safety.
Oh, yes. Well, you know, you put the ball on the ground, either team can do it, so you just never know what might
the Quakers got a good break there on the fumble. And they have the football, 1st down and 10 at the 3-yard line. And Dimmermuth and Phillips will come out as the backfield behind Miller.
delay a game maybe on the Quakers, but again, you know, they were in that situation down here at the other end of the field in the third quarter and had 3 motion penalties in a row and put the ball about on the half-a-yard line and threw the ball out to Tyler Dumermuth. So don't be surprised that Coach Dennison might not come up with something else that way too.
7-6, the Quakers leading it with 4:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. First down and 11. Miller will take it straight ahead. And not a lot of running room there as he pushes it out just to try and get some room to maneuver.
Well, picked up probably a couple yards on that quarterback sneak, and just like you said, just give him a little bit of room. You know, 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go, 1 or 2 first downs. If they can just move the ball on the ground, that would be about all they would need for a tough-earned win here tonight for the Quakers.
Second down and 9. As Miller looks to pass. Got a great catch by the Quakers, Tyler Dumermuth.
Same play they ran on the other side, to get him out of the hole in the third quarter. That was just one of those things. Jordan Miller just put it on the rope that time. That's the way you draw him up right there, just a 3-step drop and just throw it right out there and let Tyler go out and make a nice catch on it and pick himself up about 15 yards after the catch and gets him out of the hole.
Might have been one of the best throws Miller's had all night. Under pressure and certainly with a lot of pressure as he was deep in his own territory. First down and 10 at the 29-yard line, and now the Quakers can go back, make a couple of first downs, and put this one in the books. Can't say enough about the Mustang effort tonight, though.
No, they've done a great job. You know, they hung in there, was up 6-0 at the end of the first half. Quakers have, not really got on track tonight, but you got to give that Mustang defense credit. They've hung in there all evening.
Second down and 4 after the gain of 6. The clock now the ally of the Quakers as we're here in the fourth quarter late. Miller the handoff to Phillips. He'll have the first down and more in Claymont territory at the 46-yard line. So Phillips doesn't get many carries, but he's made the most out of it.
No, this was a big one right here. They give John Phillips a fullback trap right up in there. Nice blocking by the Quakers offensive line that time. Phillips makes a nice run. Big first down for him. But again, the big thing is the movement of the clock.
Key block there by Luke Rose, who's able to seal the left side. And the successful play gives the Quakers a 1st and 10 at the Claymont 47. The pitch to Dumermuth. And he'll get a couple of yards. Pretty soon the Mustangs have to start using their timeouts.
Yeah, they have two or three left here. I'm not sure which one, but again, like you said, 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the ball game. Claymont does take, I believe, a timeout right here.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with more fourth quarter football action in a moment as you stay with us right here on Big Time Sports. New Philadelphia leading Claymont 7-6 with 2:39 to go here at Claymont Stadium in Uricksville. Quakers with second down and 8.
Now Coach Dennison's going to take a timeout here just to make sure that the Quakers understand what he wants here for the final 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes of the ball game.
So we have the Quakers taking the timeout. We'll take a breather. We'll come back with more with New Philly on top of Claymont 7-6. Stay with us right here on Big Time Sports. And back. Fourth quarter action, second down and 8 at the 46-yard line. The Quakers with Dumermuth straight ahead to the 44-yard line.
penalty marker now on the play, so it'll be interesting to see what they have here.
So the penalty likely will move the Quakers back as their huddle moving back. And it's going to move back substantially as it's a personal foul. So it'll be second and a bunch for the Quakers. And you can see him marking it off as we are late in the contest with 2.5 minutes to go. And changes the complexion a little bit. Claymont might potentially get a last chance effort at it.
Yeah, that was a good thing because I really don't think that that New Philadelphia wants to put the ball in the air, but you know, that's one of those things you can look at. But I think that they'd rather punt the ball away and make Claymont go ahead and try to beat him through the air in the last couple minutes of the ball.
So the Mustangs, I believe, take their final timeout. That gives us a chance to tell you that excitement's finally come back to the World Wide Web. Thanks to the most exciting website in the world, www.bigtimesportsohio.com, the new website of Big Time Sports. We hope you'll check it out for all the features and activities that are there, including a schedule of our upcoming games. www.bigtimesportsohio.com. So it'll be third down and 23. And you got to think Ed Henry's telling his players, hey, you know, don't let anything go over the top.
Right, and try to tackle the football if you can. Just try to get a fumble and give yourself better field position. But you know, you're like you said, you're in a third and 23. Don't give up the big play. Make them punt the football and just go ahead and play it.
So on third down and 23. Miller hit from behind and taken down at the 35-yard line.
That was a great job right there by Jordan Miller just to hang on to the football because he got blindsided and you can see here on the replay that they just come off the backside strong with not enough people to block him, and Jordan had no idea he was coming. You can see how he just trying to wrap the ball up there.
Zach Garbrandt with the big hit.
That was just a nice play by Jordan there.
Fourth down and 28. Bryant McKnight will have to kick it away. Gallagher standing back to receive it. So the Mustangs are going to get a last chance here. And that kick is going to be fielded by Gallagher to zone 25. A lot of white jerseys and not much there.
Well, you can see that the Mustangs went all out on it to try to block it, and McKnight got a heck of a punt off right there, and there wasn't much not much running for the Mustangs on that play.
So the Mustangs with 1:40 to go, they're going to have to find a way to move it down the field through the air as opposed to through the run.
Good look, you know, they definitely have a weapon out there, number 7 with Brindley, so you just never know, you know, he can go up and get the ball also.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs. Still a chance to win this game. Western rolling to his right. Still rolling and runs out of bounds after a gain of 6 or 7.
Well, nice play right there by Western as he saw nothing was open down the field. He just took it and got as much as he could, got the ball out of bounds, stopped the clock with 1:33 to go.
You know, he's probably one of the few Mustangs that could actually step into a role like quarterback like he did tonight, just because he's been in the system for a while.
Right. I mean, you know, he's pretty much been a 3-year starter for the Mustangs, and he's had a lot of varsity football experience. And again, we can't say enough about him. He has done a great job for him.
Mustangs have used up all of their timeouts, and it's second down and 3. Western to the outside. Brindley had it, dropped it. It would have been good enough for the first down. It's third down and 3. So it's really come down to crunch time for the Claymont Mustangs.
Well, you're in a situation now, minute 29, 3rd and 3. You have to pick up a first down here. So, there's a possibility you could run the ball, stop the clock, get into a 2-minute offense here if you've got one with him. And
Ken Ziorski has the first down and more.
And the clock will stop right here till they get the change reset. So, again, Claymont gets up to the line of scrimmage. I'm sure they didn't have an opportunity to practice a 2-minute offense a whole lot with Western in there, but as long as they can get up and get a play off, they're going to be okay.
Well, they're ready to go, and they are not going to lose a whole lot of time. Western rolling to his right. Man is out there, and Gallagher has it. And did not get out of bounds, so they are going to have to move it up quickly. And now we're down to the 1-minute mark. And let's see what the Mustangs can do here against the Quakers. Handoff, Ken Ziorski, plenty of running room down inside of the 35, down to the 33-yard line.
First down, stop the clock again. Again, Claymont's utilizing this clock pretty well right now. They've been able, it seems like, call a play and get a snap with about 3 seconds run off the clock.
This would be an unbelievable story if the Mustangs could come back and win this one. Actually, field goal's not out of the question here. Western's going to go for it all. He's got a man out there. The jump ball, and it's knocked out of bounds away from Brindley. So let's take a look at that one.
Yeah, nice play right there. He just let it go, stepped up, let it go. Brindley's got a jump ball with him. It looks like that Zach Poorman's up there with him and just does a nice job of knocking the ball out of Brindley's hands.
And you can see how much it's raining out there. You really can't tell from our vantage point, but it is coming down pretty heavy. 2nd down and 10. Western has a man open. Brindley is going to get out of bounds with 32 seconds to go. He is going to have the first down. And at the 22-yard line.
Brindley just running a nice little stop pattern out there, just enough again to get a first down for the Mustangs, being able to stop the clock.
Still plenty of time. They've worked the sidelines nicely here. And Western has a man open, and it's caught again. And they move it even closer at the 15-yard line.
Well, again, like you said, 7-6 ball game, 26 seconds. The key is that Claymont doesn't have any timeouts left. Don't know if they can, be able to get a field goal unit in there unless they're able to throw the ball out of bounds and see what they can come up with. So,
well, they took Jordan Powell out. He's got to be putting on his kicking shoe, and they put in a new center. So let's watch that. Western to the corner. Brindley, jump ball, incomplete in the end zone.
Brindley, I think they thought he had a flag on a defender. I think it was just a nice defensive play by Poorman again at the corner.
It would be in the neighborhood of a 35-yard attempt right now if they don't get it any closer.
Well, that looked like it could have been called one way or the other on that, but I think Poorman was going up for the ball. So, again, you got 21 seconds left. Sometimes that's eternity in a football game.
3rd down and 3. If they could get the first down, they could spike it on first down. Western has some running room. Cuts it back inside, and they've got to get to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
But it's 3rd down. They're going to see what they have. They may have a first down right here, Scott, so they may have to stop for a measurement.
The Mustangs.
9 seconds to go, but you got 4th down, so they're going to have to come up. I'm not quite sure what they have here. Okay. Looks like the officials' timeout. They're going to call here for a measurement, maybe.
And New Philly fans, you got to imagine, aren't very happy about that.
No, but you got to do the right thing right here and get the measurement if that's what the official wanted. So, but again, it gives Claymont an opportunity to be able to kick a field goal if necessary.
And they are going to have to.
Looks like they could have a first and up. They're going to be short, so they're going to have to kick a field goal right here.
They have to hustle up to the line of scrimmage.
Well, looks like they're in, getting ready to go. So by the time they get the change set, what a finish here, huh, Scott?
So here it is. It's going to be a 30-yard field goal attempt. Jordan Powell. Not a whole lot of time. They should be able to get it away here on 4th down. This is going to be the ball game. Good snap. The kick is up.
Oh,
and the kick
close.
Is good.
Good.
The Mustangs score with 2 seconds and down to 1 second to go. The Mustangs take the lead at 9-7 on a 30-yard field goal by Jordan Powell. They're still going to have to kick it off. A penalty flag because of the Mustangs' too much celebration.
Again, you got a 9-7 one here. So you look at it and you say, there's not really much they can do. I would think that they would certainly kick the ball low and even possibly try to hit it up, man, for New Philly to get that second off the clock. But what a football game we had here tonight.
This has been a spectacular game, and the Mustangs have just played their hearts out. And the unsportsmanlike penalty will be marked off. And Quakers still, though, if they can come up with some miracle kickoff return, they still have a chance.
You're looking at a situation, like I said, you don't want to kick the ball deep. You don't even want to kick it low. I'd kick it right at the lineman, one of the first linemen up on the line.
Let's take a look at the kick again here.
He got a little bit underneath. It looked like a little chip shot of yours in golf right there, but, had enough on it. 30-yard field goal that went 31 yards, and that's all it needed, and that's what counted. So
might just cleared the back of the bar. So now Powell will have to scuff it along the ground, and I have a feeling that ball is going to get back very quickly to somebody, either McKnight or Dumermuth. They'll try and lateral it back.
I think they'll try to get up there and do something with it real quick to get it in the hands of one of the Speedies.
Goes off one of the Quakers, and nothing left to do, and the Mustangs have pulled off the upset of the young season as they defeat the New Philadelphia Quakers 9-7. We'll come back with the Edelweiss Tavern and Inn post-game show. And it's time now for the Edelweiss Tavern and Inn wrap-up show. Before or after the game, try the Edelweiss Tavern in downtown Sugar Creek. And there you see it, the final score, the Claymont Mustangs upend the New Philadelphia Quakers 9-7 on a 30-yard field goal by Jordan Powell that went 31 yards. And the Mustangs pick up the 9-7 victory. Let's take a look at the statistics from our ball game, as we had some pretty impressive numbers for the Mustangs.
Well, first of all, what a ball game, Scott. I mean, that was just a great high school football game. I know we had the delay and everything, but I'll tell you what, it ended up being a great second half. Both teams played well. Ends up final stats, though, for the Quakers, 16 attempts rushing for 8 yards. Passing, they ended up 10 of 22 for 172 yards. Total 180 yards in offense. Turnovers, they had 3. Claymont, what an effort rushing the football tonight. 58 attempts, 276 yards. 7 of 15 passing, 84 yards. Total yards, 360. 2 turnovers.
That is terrific. That is the Edelweiss Tavern and Inn post-game show, brought to you by the Edelweiss Tavern and Inn in downtown Sugar Creek. During the week, try their delicious lunch and dinner specials. And on Friday and Saturday, they feature Italian pasta and the very best steak and prime rib in the county. The Edelweiss Tavern in downtown Sugar Creek. We'll see you there. Final thing we need to do tonight is name our Man Restaurant MVP, and it is Jared Kenziorski of the Claymont Mustangs. Although we had some great performances, Robbie Western stepping in, doing a great job at quarterback. Have not really played that position before, but Jared Kenziorski really steps up to 40 carries, over 223 yards. He is our Man Restaurant MVP. That is going to do it from Claymont Stadium in Uricksville.